So how did this all start? How did I start down the road of loving snakes? Never thought I would be here. Before June of last year, if you would have asked me, oh, will you ever have a snake as a pet or anything like that, I would have been like, absolutely not, no way in the world. I've never really understood how people had pets, snakes as pets. They always kind of creeped me out a bit. So yeah, I just wasn't really a snake or reptile person. But that all changed because probably, April or May-ish of last year, I was talking to my friend who has 7 ball pythons, and, he just told me an awful lot about them, and it got me really curious. And so then I did some research on the internet on my own, and I realized that I have a lot in common with ball pythons. They're very shy. They are, if a snake can be an introvert, that would be a ball python. It's like anxiety. Their first instinct is to ball up and hide. So, I have anxiety, especially social anxiety. So doing this is scary. I also, am an introvert and, shy away from things and stuff like that. And I was like, hey, I actually have a lot in common with these guys. So I figured maybe I'll understand them. And so I did, and I realized that, they're slow moving and they're not aggressive or anything like that at all. They're very, very docile and very sweet. And basically they're just like a little noodle that has anxiety, and the world is scary when everything out there is trying to eat you. So I figured, worst case scenario, I'll get a snake. If it doesn't work, then I'll just sell it. No big deal. So I got Gus, which this is Gus in case you don't know. And I got him in June of 2023. So yeah, I've had him over 6 months now. He's a year and 2 months old. And he is just the best snake in the world. I just adore him. But it was so cute because, before I got Gus, the only thing I'd ever done is maybe touched a boa ever so slightly. And that was it. That was the limit of my snake experience. So when I went to go get him from the FedEx hub in Carlsbad, I was scared. So I pick up the box and I'm excited, but I'm scared. And I get him home. Thankfully, nobody else is here but me. I get him out of I peek in his little bag that he comes in, and I just see he's coiled up in a circle, and part of him is over his head, and he's like peeking out, and I was like, oh my God, you're adorable. And so then I get him out, and I have him in my hands like this for the longest time, but like farther away from me. And I just have him in my hands, and I'm staring at him, he's staring at me, and I can feel him breathe, because he's in my hands. So I can feel that he's breathing fast, which I know means he's scared. And so, we just looked at each other for quite a while, because I was honestly I couldn't even believe I was holding a snake. And I was scared, really scared, but excited too. And he was a lot smaller then. And I just think he's got the cutest little face. Look at him. He's got the cutest little face with the cutest little freckle. He's just adorable. And so, yeah. And that's how it all started for me. And so Gus has taught me everything about snakes. And it's true. We have so much in common. It's like same recognizes same. And so I recognized a lot of the qualities I have in him. And so in a way, I feel like that helps me as a snake keeper, snake handler, because I understand them. You got to move slow. You got to have a lot of patience. And, and it means more when they finally trust you and they know you and stuff like that. And so it's way more rewarding. So yeah, movies and stuff like that, snakes are never portrayed as nice. So they're always mean and like attacking people. And I can't speak for other species of snakes because I don't know. But I know most snakes, they're not trying to get you. They're trying to get away from you. And if they have to strike and whatnot, it's either because you startled them and you scared them. So they're really scared and that's how they react, or something like that. There's not a snake out there that's like trying to kill you. It's just not going to happen. Now, there are snakes out there that are faster moving than others. So luckily I knew I wanted a slower moving one that's more my pace. So, and as you can see, he's not really fast. So they can be, but not really often. So, but yeah, I mean, he's never struck at me, even after all we've been through. There was a time where I had to give him baths for a while because he had scale rot, and I had to put ointment on his belly. Try doing that with a wiggly little wet noodle. Yeah, not easy. And even with all that, never tried to bite me. Not ever. It's just not him. So yeah, but he is just a sweetheart. Yes, you are. So yeah, it's been an amazing journey so far. And I learned something all the time with these guys. And it's just amazing to me because it's so calming to have them on me. Like, I say around my neck, but I don't mean literally like a choker, but you know, it feels better when I have a snake on me, whether it be the weight of them, just like this, you know, or just running my hands on them like this. It's so soothing and relaxing, you know, and they're slow and gentle, and it's so relaxing. It's like, I had a friend of mine describe it as like a weighted blanket. So yeah, I feel calmer when I have a snake on me. And it's just been amazing. It's amazing stress relief. If I'm having a bad day or I'm upset, I know I need to get a snake. And so I'll take a snake, I put it on me like this, and what do you know? I feel better. So yeah, I'm not angry, I'm not stressed out, I'm not anxious. It all just kind of goes away. And so that's why I keep doing it. I had no idea that a snake would affect me so dramatically as this has. And I just feel that they're so misunderstood, and people just assume whether it's been based on religion or movies or culture or whatever, you know, that snakes are evil, snakes are bad. And it's not true. And I just really want to use this channel as a way to demonstrate that, you know, snakes aren't, they're just really misunderstood. And if you take the time to learn, then you learn, oh, they're not so bad. Because they're not at all. And I just really want to share that with the world, that snakes are amazing. At least ball pythons and boas are, but that's all I know. But anyway, so yeah, that's my snake story and how this all started. And it's the best decision I ever made. And the only regret I have is that I did not have them in my life sooner.